Good morning, hockey fans. This is Steven Heisler with HeisHockey.com, Notorious Hockey Company, and the Junior Hockey Discussion Group on Facebook. This is the Junior Hockey Morning Show. We are on the World Sports Broadcasting Network, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, multiple channels. I'm thinking you can watch us on your satellite television at home if you have WSBN tuned in. Today is Thursday, January 5th, 2023. Eric Ballard will not be joining us this morning. He is back on the ice. Coach called in sick, so he has to run a practice. We'll be talking today about World Junior semifinals reactions, predictions. I do have Eric's predictions for today. And first, let's go over some National Hockey League scores from last night. Devils beat the Red Wings 5-1. I don't know what happened to Tampa. They lost at the Wild 5-1. And the Dallas Stars lost at Anaheim 2-0. In North American Hockey League action last night, Anchorage lost at Janesville 2-4. Today's games, we have St. Cloud at Minot and Odessa at Corpus Christi. Let's start talking a little bit about what happened last night in World Juniors. That's why everybody's here. Let's talk first about the Austria-Latvia series. With a 4-2 victory over Austria on Wednesday, Latvia sweeps the 2023 World Championship Best-of-3 regulation series in Halifax. Latvia secures its spot at the 2024 tournament in Gothenburg, Sweden. Getting to play in a third consecutive World Juniors is a coup on its own right for the small Baltic nation. Look, Austria played good hockey. They're strong. They're coming along. They're not ready yet, but this tournament proved that. Going into this event, we thought Switzerland was going to be the weak seed. That was not the case. Austria is probably going to have a hard time getting back to this event. They're going to go back down for next year. They'll be one of the stronger countries. Getting back in 25, 26 is likely for Austria. Czechia versus Sweden last night. Jiri Kalai scored with 50 seconds left in overtime to give Czechia a dramatic 2-1 semifinal win over Sweden on Wednesday in a berth to the 2023 World Junior Championships gold medal game. It's Czechia's first appearance in the final in 22 years. Sweden looked good. Czechia looked good. When that goes into a game like that, overtime, nobody loses. It's a dramatic finish. Somebody has to win. Czechia advances. Sweden does not. Sweden played very well in this event. They deserved an opportunity to win. They got close. Excellent game. Excellent program. Both countries played fantastic hockey yesterday. You have to really enjoy the level of play. You have to really enjoy the speed of the game. I liked watching the kids get on and off the ice so quickly. It's an excellent example for all the players here on this continent to emulate. When you go out and play, you have to skate 45 seconds. There's no gliding into the zone. Show me it yesterday when you see these kids gliding in and out of the zones. No, those legs are churning and burning. Something we have a problem with on this side of the pond. USA versus Canada last night. Look it. I don't know what to say. Canada fought off a sluggish 2-0 deficit and beat the Americans 6-2. They advance. U.S. will now play Sweden earlier in the day for the bronze today. The game was played before a Scotiabank Center crowd record of 10,636. Canada had a balanced attack, blocked a ton of shots, and was the beneficiary of 2 goals disallowed for goalie interference after a video review. But the star of the show was Canada's goalie Thomas Malak, who stood large in the blue when his team faltered. And last night, despite the score, that was often. The U.S. dominated large patches of the game and were unfortunate not to have a more favorable outcome. They outshot Canada 45-37, but couldn't solve Malak to any great degree. Defender and captain Luke Hughes had 9 of those chances, but none got past the Canadian goalie. Interference. 2 goals disallowed. In any other event, would those goals have been disallowed? If the event was in Europe, would those goals have been disallowed? I don't want to say it, but it feels like we got a little bit of home cooking. 2 goals. I watched both of them. Questionable calls. Going to video review to call that penalty or that make that call in this level of game is ludicrous. When we see that so often in so many other levels, just crazy. Move on. Turn the page. Can't fix yesterday. It is what it is. Today's game, U.S. versus Sweden. Team USA is seeking its 14th medal in the World Juniors and 6th medal in the last 8 tournaments. The U.S. and Sweden have played 36 previous times, and the series is dead even, with each team having won 17 times and 2 ties. The U.S. did play Sweden in a pre-tournament game on December 21st and got a 5-1 win in Moncton. My pick is USA. Eric's pick is USA, but that is not the end of the conversation, is it? Whatever happened in the past is completely irrelevant. Nobody cares. Doesn't matter. What really matters is today and how the Americans respond from what happened last night. They have to play with confidence. They have to play with their same level of determination, their level of character. They have to play their game. Stick to their game. Don't get sucked up into the emotions. Sweden's going to play methodical hockey like they always do, mistake-free hockey. The Americans have to focus on doing what they do best and not fall into the trap. Last night's game with Canada was intense, and playing a game today is not going to be easy. But it is what it is. Well, here we are. My pick is the United States. It wasn't a difficult pick, but Sweden is going to be tough. This will be a very difficult game today. Czechia versus Canada. Goaltender Thomas Malak is the only player on Canada's roster passed over at the NHL draft. Canada dropped the 5-2 decision to the Czechs in an embarrassing tournament opener to start the tournament. My pick is Canada. Czechia is good, but it's very hard to beat a team twice in the same tournament. But that's not the only reason. Canada didn't look as good yesterday against the Americans, but they have tremendous talent. Connor Bedard is ridiculous, exceptional player. And if Thomas Malak can play like he played yesterday against the Americans, the Seattle Thunderbirds goaltender will be fine. Canada will take the tournament. I just hope it's not controversial like last night. I just hope it's not 3 goals disallowed for interference or whatever else happens, because that's not right. Let's make this game clean. Let's have a clean win without controversy. That wraps up today's show. Eric also picked Canada, so no matter what, our record will be tied. We're both 22-6 right now on the event. We both picked the same team tonight, so we're tied again. What's up with that, Eric? All right, that's it for today. Short show. I think I'm alone now. Tommy, what do you think? You have anything to say? You got to say something. They can't. You're off camera, so you must talk. What do you think about the game yesterday? I don't know. Technically speaking, he's completely out of touch, but he's got this computer thing down to a science. All right, buddy. God bless you all. Have a great day.